In this lesson, I will walk you through the initial file setup, as well as how to model your abstract shape using modifiers, and lastly show you some ways you can customize your shape. To get started, let's set up our file. First thing I will do is select a new general file. Next, I'll delete the default collection, and I'm going to go ahead and save my file now. Now that we have our file set up, I'm going to walk you through how to create our abstract shape. The base of our abstract structure is a simple geometric shape. For this example, I'm going to use a torus. So I'm going to tap Shift A and go to Mesh, then Torus Shape. Now that we have our shape, I'm going to go and click on the Modifier tab, which looks like a wrench icon. Then I will go to the Add Modifier dropdown to select Subdivision Surface, and I'm going to bump up the viewport and render to 5. Next, I'm going to use the dropdown to select Simple Deform Modifier. And as you can already see, the Simple Deform is already beginning to alter the shape. So I'm going to make sure Twist is selected, then I'm going to increase the angle until I get a cool look. I raised mine to 300 degrees. Now to really push the distorted nature of the shape, I'm going to hit Shift D to duplicate the modifier. And with this modifier, I'm going to select Bend, which you can see really adds a lot more interesting distortion to this shape. I'm personally wanting something a little more subtle, so I'm going to actually play around with the angle until I get a more subtle form. I ended up with -21 degrees as the angle. Outside of modifiers making it easier to modify objects, I really like how they're non-constructive, which means that you can always customize the shape of your object later. I personally have found that I tend to make adjustments to the shape after I've applied the material. And now that we have our form, I'm going to click 1 on the number pad to bring up the front view. Next, I will tap G and Z to move up on the Z axis so the object will be able to float above the background plane. So next step will be to add a plane that will serve as the backdrop for our animation. To add a plane, I will tap Shift A and go to Mesh and then click on Plane. Now I'm going to hit 7 on the number pad to go back to the top view. And with the plane selected, I will hit S and then 10 to scale up the plane by 10. Now that we have the base of the backdrop, next I'll need to extrude the backside of the base so I have a vertical background. To do that, I'm going to hit Tab to switch to Edit mode, and then I will click on Edge Select mode and select the back edge of my plane. And tapping Alt-E shortcut to extrude the edge, and then we'll tap Z to lock the extrude on the Z axis so it goes straight up. Now I will switch back to Object mode. I'm going to go back to the Modifier tab on the right and add a bevel modifier. I will update the bevel amount to 0.42 and the segments to 75. These values are just what looks good for me, but feel free to adjust to your personal preference. Last thing I will do is adjust the positioning of the plane by tapping G and Y to drag the plane forward on the Y axis. Then I will tap on 0 to return to the front view. Next, I want to walk you through a couple ways that you can customize your shape to make your project more personal and show you how versatile these techniques can be. One way to personalize your shape is to play around with the Simple Deform settings. Here I turned up the angle values to 360, which results in a more intense shape. Another way to customize your project is to apply the modifiers to a different base shape. In this example, I start out with a cone shape, and after applying my modifiers, I get this cool solid twisty shape. There's so many different variations you can create by playing around with those shape modifier settings. To recap, we just walked through how to create an abstract shape using simple shapes and modifiers. I showed you how you can adjust the Simple Deform modifier settings or use different shapes to create a more customized abstract shape.